Hi, I'm Sebastian Forbush, and I'm the curator here at the Buddy Holly Center. Today we're bringing you a special artifact spotlight of the West Texas Walk of Fame and the Buddy Holly statue. The whole idea of the West Texas Walk of Fame started in the late 1970s with Larry Corbin and Jerry Coleman, who wanted to commemorate Buddy Holly. They ended up taking a trip to Nashville to visit with Waylon Jennings, and between the three of them, they decided that it wasn't so important to just commemorate Buddy Holly, but really all the musicians and artists that came out of West Texas. This led to the whole idea of the West Texas Walk of Fame, and in 1979, Buddy Holly became its first member. Waylon Jennings followed the year afterwards, and then in 1983, it started an annual tradition of inductees into the West Texas Walk of Fame, starting with Matt Davis. Today, there are over 80 members of the West Texas Walk of Fame, and they are not all musicians. Some of them are opera singers. Some of them are sound techs. We even have a music historian that is involved in the West Texas, or that has been inducted. The West Texas Walk of Fame is located right across the street from the Buddy Holly Center in the Buddy Holly Embryo Plaza. When you're entering the plaza, you are greeted by a giant 8.5-foot tall statue of Buddy Holly. This statue was created by one of the cowboy artists of America, Grant Speed. He was commissioned in 1979 in order to make the statue, and it was completed in 1980. The city of Lubbock was completely behind the idea of not only just commemorating Buddy Holly, but of commemorating all the musicians and artists that had become so important to the city. It was also supported by citizens of Lubbock and patrons of the arts in the form of 2 benefit concerts in order to help pay for the statue. When it was completed, the entire project really showed the amount of impact that these artists had, not just on the West Texas community, but nationally and even internationally as well. These people have become a huge part of Lubbock and have even become a landmark for people to visit. People have visited from far and wide in order to get their pictures taken with the statue and with the Hall of Fame. So next time you're at the Buddy Holly Center, make sure you don't skip over it and pop on over across the street and help make your own part of history.